Happy almost Halloween, you guys. And if you're anything like me, you're waiting till last minute. So here's a few simple ideas using a couple key ingredients to help you along your way. A very common look, but still one of my favorites. You're going to start off by mapping out where you want the ripped skin effect to look, followed by adding liquid latex. This is going to be one of our key ingredients. It really is as simple as it looks. Take any type of tissue paper. I ripped it apart to make it a little bit thinner. Along where you drew out, you're going to take the liquid latex with any brush that you have, and you're going to place the little pieces of tissue paper that you have ripped off. You're just going to repeat and repeat until it all dries and go over it with the liquid latex on top. Using our second key ingredient for all three of these looks, you're going to take the white out of this palette and just softly blend it in with your skin tone. You're not trying to make a super white ghostly look. Take any type of concealer that you normally use or foundation and cover over the liquid latex that you had done. Once this is dried completely, you're going to take any type of pick or even your fingers and remove the edge closest to where you're going to be working. This is what's going to give it the ripped skin effect. Using any black eyeshadow that you have laying around, this is an Anastasia palette, outline your face. So we're going to start with the eye and outline where there would be a gap for your eye. Make it as dark as possible and eventually you'll shadow it out. Feel along your face, and wherever you feel a bone, that's going to be where you leave it white, and anything else just shade it in dark. The most complicated part, I imagine people would think, is trying to create the teeth, but as you can see, if you just follow this step, it is really easy and simple. You're just trying to mimic the shape of the teeth, and through shading and adding a little white color at the end, you will be able to create this effect. As you can tell, I'm really good at getting this look on camera, but what I'm doing here is just going over with white paint from that palette and highlighting all the teeth. And then I'm going to go through and shade everything as well. Using any liquid eyeliner that you have, let's just make everything a little bit more precise. So adding outlines where there needs to be the darkest outline, and adding a little cracks if you'd like. I almost forgot, but an important part is the nose. You can't forget the nose. Make sure when you're going underneath the liquid latex that you're really careful so you don't get any color on the skin, if you will, hanging over. This part could totally be optional, but if you wanted to add a little bit more of a highlight effect, I have a liquid white eyeliner, and as you can see, I'm just kind of placing it in any place that I think needs a little bit more highlight. Don't forget about your neck, and you really can just make the entire thing painted black if you'd like. I added a little bit of white area around my neck just for to give the bone look, I guess. My favorite and final part, using that palette or any other red shadow that you have, go in around where the skin is coming off and shadow everything, giving it the ripped skin blood look. You're going to follow that with using any type of liquid blood that you can get at any Halloween store. This gives it the shine to make it look like it is blood. Here you go, one of my favorite skeleton looks I've ever created. Next look is the Getting Mauled by a Bear look. Take any type of eyeshadow that you have and map out where you want the claw effect to be on your face. Go ahead and grab that liquid latex from earlier, which is just under $16 off Amazon if you were wondering. Using a finer brush, outline exactly where you had made the lining before for the claw. We want to give it more of a raised look, so as it dries, go over it a couple times, maybe a third time. Using your concealer or any foundation, cover it up just to blend it with the color of your skin. As before, we're just going to pick at it and kind of remove the inside. Be careful because this is a lot thinner than the last one, so you don't want to break it completely off. We're looking for a brownie maroon eyeshadow color, kind of to mimic what a bruise would look like, and you're going to fill that in on the inside to give it shading, and eventually we are going to fill it in out around where the claw mark would be, as if your skin was being bruised. Going back to that palette, use the red, and I even blended a little black in there as well to give it a darker color. Carefully go underneath the skin that's coming off and fill in where the claw marks are going to be. Now just using the black, carefully go in and shadow around the edges. This will also give it the 3D look that we're aiming for. Add in some of that vampire blood. And once you're satisfied with the shading, the bruising, the color, you are finished. I wore this one year for a Bears game and it was perfect. We're starting off this look with none other than liquid latex, using any type of brush that you have and the same technique with the tissue paper, placing it down, going over it with liquid latex to blend it all in. Here I'm using just some burlap ribbon that we found at Target. Using the liquid latex as glue, put a little patch on the forehead. Using any yellow, oranges, any type of eyeshadow that you have really. I gave her a winged eyeliner. And once that dries, you're going to go up and just start giving some dimension to this patch. I had some liquid eyeliner. Don't forget to use any foundation to conceal the liquid latex. I'm just using a black eyeliner for the waterline. And then going in with some black eyeshadow underneath your eye to give it some dark dimension. Then I'm following in with a liquid eyeliner and just wing it. Just kind of go down, do some little strings, straggles, whatever. So this technique should look familiar by now. And what we're going to do after we pick it off, we're going to go in and shade it with just a dark black paint. We want to kind of give it the look as if the scarecrow had been slit in the face and there's hay coming out. So we'll follow this up with liquid latex as the glue, and we will attach it with any type of hay that you have. There's many ways that you can do the mouth. Jess here is going to recreate this look this weekend, so we want to make sure it's something that she can easily wear for a long night. So we went ahead and did a full lip with just eyeliner or any black lipstick that you have. From that burlap ribbon, I'm just taking it apart and using the little string, and with the liquid latex, placing it as if it was looking like stitching around her mouth. To give the skin the same effect as the other looks, we are going in with the red paint and eventually the fake blood to give it that extra gory look. And we're taking the paint as well up along the patch on the forehead. I'm not quite sure why I always forget about the nose, but using the same paint palette, we're using that pastel orange. It was a little too pastel for me, so I added in a gold eyeshadow on top. Using the liquid eyeliner that we've been using this whole video, go ahead and outline it. Totally optional to use the orange paint to give some dimension around the mouth. Then liquid latex in the same burlap to add some stitching around the nose. Add some pink paint or some blush to the cheeks, and there you have it. I hope you really enjoyed these 3 simple looks for Halloween.